Hi guys, my name is Ozzy. Welcome back to my channel. This is a channel I created to share my experience applying for a green card under the EB2-NIW category. Today we're going to talk about what to bring with you to the interview for your EB2-NIW application for a green card. But if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe right now. And if you'd like to get a notification every time I upload a new video, please click on the bell sign. So today I'm going to share with you a list of documents to take with you for your interview appointment. So most likely you're going to have an interview. Now in the past, it used to be that you could apply for your green card, and once you turn in all your documents, you could get approved and then your green card will be delivered to you in the mail without an appointment. But a lot of things have changed. So now an appointment is required for most categories of green cards anyway. So you need to know what to take along with you, especially if you're applying through the EB2-NIW category, which is the employment-based second preference national interest waiver category, right? This video is unique to individuals who are applying through the EB2-NIW category. And I'm going to tell you my experience, what I took along with me, and how that interview experience went. All right. After we turned in all our documents and our biometrics appointment was done, we then had to wait for a while. We waited, and 6 months later we got a notice in the mail, right? And that was inviting us to the interview, right? This notice was the form I-797C, which is a notice of action, and basically was telling us, well, you're invited to this interview. This is the time it's going to take place. This is what you're supposed to bring. This is the location. This is the date, things like that. It's important that you know what to take along with you. Now, this is the one chance you get. Now, remember, every other time you've had to send things in, but this time you're going yourself. So you want to take everything that you need to take. You want to be ready. So this is your chance to prove your case face to face with the officer. Now, a lot of times what they want to do is to go ahead and verify that, okay, these are documents that you sent in and this is who you are, things like that. But you need to bring the right documents. And so today I'm going to tell you a list of documents to bring for your interview, especially if you're applying through the EB2-NIW category, right? Okay. You already know what's unique about the EB2-NIW category is that you don't need a sponsor. You can go ahead and apply for your green card, self-petition for your green card. And so it's very, very unique. The interview process is also really unique. The very first thing I'm going to say is that if you have any dependents, so if you have put your husband, your child on that application, you want to go to that interview with those people. All right, those people need to be there. You all need to take some form of identification with you to that interview, and it could be your driver's license, it could be your passport, it could be your birth certificate. You want to take all these documents with you because that's your form of identification, right? Anyone could walk in with any child and say, hey, that's my child. How do they know that's your child? You need to take that birth certificate for that child. You need to take, that photo ID for yourself that shows that, this is the relationship between the two of you. Now, if you're taking your husband with you, I already explained to you guys that when I applied, I was married and I included my husband in the application. So what happened? When I was going for my interview, my husband and I went along. Yeah, so we had our marriage certificate to show that we were married. Now, it doesn't matter if you guys don't have the same name just yet. What happens is that on your marriage certificate, it has your full name. So there's not going to be any confusion as to who this is or who that is, or we don't bear the same name, things like that. I've gotten that question from some people, and I just want to go ahead and let you know that is not a problem. Okay, you want to take your dependents, you want to take your photo ID, you want to take that notice that they sent to you. All right, so the notice that lets you know that, hey, it's time for your interview, these are the things to bring. That notice you get in the mail, you want to take that along with you. When you're going for your interview for your EB2-NIW interview for your green card, you want to take all the documents. Now, all the documents that made you eligible for this category, you want to take that with you. I know in the previous videos, I've told you what the eligibility criteria is for EB2-NIW. Your advanced degree, evidence to show that you're exceptional, and of course, evidence to show that it's in the interest of the United States to keep you here. These three categories, or these 3 points, you want to take all the documents you presented to them in your I-140 application. You want to take all these documents with you for your interview. Now, I remember that in your I-140 application, you only sent them duplicates, right? You didn't send them the original document. So now you want to take the original documents with you for the interview. simple. So for instance, when I submitted my I-140, I said I have an advanced degree. I put a copy of my transcript, I put a copy of my degree certificate, and I put a copy, I think, of my dissertation abstract. I put these three things as evidence of my advanced degree. So when I'm going for the interview, I'm going to take my original degree certificate and of course the original transcript that I presented to them. All right. So for the exceptional ability, if I have included that I've published these papers, I'm going to go ahead and print those papers and bring along to the interview. If I've said I have any awards and I've sent them a copy with my I-140 at the interview, I'm going to go ahead and present the original award that the original award that I have, I'm going to present that. All right. If I've said that I've been featured in a newspaper article, things like that, on the day of, I'm going to take a copy of that with me. Any documents that you've presented with your I-140 application, you want to go ahead and take those documents with you for your interview. Pretty much simple, right? The next thing that I'm going to say you take along with you are any immigration documents that you have, right? Any documents that have been issued by USCIS. So let's say you've gotten an EAD, which is your employment authorization card. You want to take that with you. If you've gotten your advanced parole, if you applied for an advanced parole, maybe to travel out of the country, and they issued that with, as a combo card with your EAD, you want to bring that combo card, something like that. You always want to take all the documents that have been issued by the USCIS with you. All right. Another important thing that you need to take with you is your birth certificate. You need to take your birth certificate with you, and you need to take the original copy of your birth certificate. That is something that they always ask for. Most interviews, they ask for that. You want to take the original copy of your birth certificate. All right. Good. Now, in the case that you're going with your dependents, so let's say you're going with your husband, you're going with your child, they also need to bring their birth certificates as well. All right. Everybody that's on that application needs to bring their birth certificate as well. It needs to be the original for everybody. All right. So bring the original birth certificate for everyone. As far as the people to bring along with you, of course, I said bring your dependents, but if you feel like you need a translator, you can bring a translator with you as well. The cool thing about my case is that I didn't use a lawyer, so I didn't need to bring a lawyer. But for some people who have more complex cases, maybe something in your case is you think it's complex, you can bring along your attorney if you need to. But I didn't have to do that because I self-petitioned. I didn't use a lawyer. I saved lots of money. That's why I'm doing this, because I want you to be able to do this yourself as much as you can. All right. If you need to bring an attorney, of course, that provision is there. Now, because I included my husband on my application, so even though it was an EB2-NIW application, because I included my husband, I also brought evidence to show that we were married, right? So I brought our marriage certificate, I brought pictures from our wedding, I brought pictures from our engagement. I brought evidence to show that, okay, not only am I applying for EB2-NIW, this is my husband. And how do you know that this is my husband? This is the relationship that we have. Here are pictures. This is our marriage certificate. This is his birth certificate. All that to show that I have a connection with this guy. All right. So if you're bringing anyone with you, if you're bringing your child with you, you want to bring their birth certificate. That will show that truly you are their mom or you're the dad. I already said that you need to bring all the documents, all the original documents that you initially submitted with your I-140 as supporting evidence, right? So whatever documents you submitted in your I-140 application, you want to go ahead and bring that with you to the interview. Now, if you have any documents that are not in English, let's say you have your transcript not in English, or you have a degree certificate that's not in English, you always want to bring a certified English translation of that document. You want to have a certified copy that's translated in English, all right? The person who is translating must declare that he or she understands both languages, so understands English and understands that native language, and so they're able to translate this document, all right? So you want to make sure that you bring a certified copy with you to the interview. So bring a certified copy of whatever document that's not in English, bring a certified copy with you to the interview. Because you're applying for employment-based second preference national interest waiver, if you're employed, you have to bring evidence of that employment. So you have to bring a employment verification letter from your employer. And basically that letter is very short. What's on that letter is that, hey, this person works with us. Here's their position in the company. This is what they make. This is how long they've worked with the company. company, and contact address for whoever needs to be reached if they have any more questions. So your supervisor or something signs it, and it has to be on the company letterhead paper. All right, you want to have the company letterhead on that paper. All right, so that's your employment verification document, and let it be recent. Don't bring an employment verification document that's 1 year old. Try to bring a recent employment authorization document. Right, if you need proof of your employment, you can print out your pay stubs, or maybe the last 6 pay stubs that show that you actually work for that company. All right, that's basically what you need to bring along with you. I said bring your dependents along with you, bring your photo ID along with you. You want to bring all the original documents, all your supporting documents that you put together for your I-140 application. You want to bring those documents in the original form. All right, so you want to bring your birth certificate. You want to bring the birth certificate of all your dependents. You want to bring, if you're bringing your husband, you want to bring some evidence that shows that you guys are actually married, like a marriage certificate. You can also bring evidence like your tax document. If you guys have filed your taxes together, document that shows that, hey, these people are married, filing jointly. You want to bring maybe your phone bill that shows that, hey, we're on the same family plan. You want to bring your insurance document that shows that, hey, we both own this car together, or we both have our names on this car, or we're both insured to drive this car, basically. You can also bring evidence of if you live in an apartment, you can bring your rent agreement that shows that these 2 people live in this address. What else can you bring? You can bring your health insurance. So for instance, if you and your husband are insured through the same provider, and it clearly shows that you guys are married on there, you can also bring that as well. You can bring a bank statement. If you guys jointly own money in the bank, you can bring that bank statement that shows that, hey, these are the people that own this money. Basically any document that shows that both of you own property together, you want to bring that as well. That establishes that the both of you are married, the both of you are together, and they're not going to have any questions about that. All right, you can bring pictures. I brought pictures of our marriage. I brought pictures of, but this interview isn't solely based on marriage, basically, so they might not have a lot of questions about that. For me, during my interview experience, which I'm going to share on the next video, they had probably 2-3 questions about marriage for me. And so most of the questions were based on my qualification for that EB2-NIW category, right? So most of them were not based on marriage. And so all the pictures that I brought, she didn't really go through those pictures, but it's safe to bring that because you don't want a case where they're asking you for something and it's at home. That's like the worst thing that can happen, because you have that document, and so you want to bring that with you. All right, I hope this video has really helped you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be very happy to get to it. I'll answer your question as best as I can. All right, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, then share it with your friends and your family. Let them know that this resource is available for them. I've also written a free ebook that will help you successfully apply for your green card through the EB2-NIW category. If you'd like to gain access to that ebook, check the description portion of this video and you'll have the link to that ebook. Until I come your way on the next one, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.